Welcome to the deep dive. You know those mornings when you just wake up, well, grumpy, for seemingly no reason at all?
Oh, definitely. That feeling is surprisingly common, isn't it?
It really is. So today we're digging into that. We've got this interesting article, Morning Temper and Inner Peace, as our guide.
Right. And the goal is to try and understand why that happens. Maybe find some perspective on dealing with it.
Exactly. So let's start with a word the source uses, maybe a little formal, but fits perfectly. Dyspeptic.
Dyspeptic. Yeah, it basically means being bad-tempered, easily annoyed.
Like when everything just gets under your skin first thing.
Precisely. That's that dyspeptic feeling.
Okay, so why do we get like that sometimes, even when, nothing specific happened yesterday or overnight? The article has a really interesting take.
It does. It suggests it's maybe not quite out of the blue. It could be fueled by these sort of small problems, things that have been kind of nagging at you for a while.
Nagging
Yeah.
little background worries.
Yeah, the article calls them ghosts or pests in the mind. These unresolved little issues that maybe persist subconsciously.
That resonates, like a low hum of stress you can't quite pinpoint. So if these causes are kind of hard to grasp, these little ghosts, how do we handle the grumpiness itself? The article mentions self-compassion.
Exactly. The idea is we shouldn't fight against ourselves so much when we feel that way.
So don't get mad at yourself for being mad.
Sort of, yeah. It's about acknowledging the feeling, maybe with a bit of kindness, like you'd treat a friend feeling down. Because, as the article points out, we are kind of, well, stuck with ourselves.
We have, right? Constant internal battles probably don't help.
Not really productive, no. So it suggests trying a different perspective, maybe giving ourselves a bit of a break. But it notes, that takes time. It's a shift.
Okay, that makes sense. Beating yourself up rarely fixes anything. How does this then connect to finding mental peace? Is that the antidote?
In a way, yes. Finding that mental peace is presented as key. But it's important how it defines peace. It's not necessarily about having the perfect life externally.
Not about everything being rosy.
No, not necessarily having the best of things physically, as the article puts it. It's more internal. It's about managing expectations, finding satisfaction with what you can manage.
So peace is more about how you handle things inside, rather than just having perfect circumstances outside.
That seems to be the core idea, finding contentment within your reality.
Yeah.
And that internal state is what helps you navigate those bad moods, even the morning ones.
Right, which actually leads us perfectly into the quote of the day. It's from Aesop.
Oh, good one. Let's hear it.
A crust eaten in peace is better than a banquet partaken in anxiety.
That really hits the nail on the head, doesn't it?
It does. It emphasizes exactly what you were saying, that inner calm, that peace. It's worth more than having loads of stuff if you're just stressed and anxious the whole time.
Exactly. That simple crust. Maybe things aren't perfect, but if you have peace, that's more nourishing than a feast banquet if it comes with anxiety.
Yeah.
Peace outweighs abundance when it comes to well-being.
So let's sort of wrap this up. The takeaway seems to be that morning grumpiness, feeling dyspeptic, it might not be random, could be those little unresolved ghost issues.
Right. And dealing with it isn't about fighting yourself, but maybe practicing some self-compassion, acknowledging the feeling without judgment.
And ultimately working towards inner peace, managing our internal state and expectations is really crucial for our overall mood, more so than just external factors.
Precisely. So maybe a final thought for everyone listening.
Yeah.
Perhaps take a moment to consider if any of those little ghost issues might be, subtly affecting your mornings, just noticing them, maybe shifting perspective slightly towards accepting yourself, finding peace where you are. It could make a difference.
A gentle reflection, not another thing to stress about. Food for thought.
Definitely. Something to mull over.